looks like there was 2 wires. Obviously there's 2 wires coming out of that. If we have a look. That just popped out. It didn't come out too easily at the start, but we'll have a look. So basically there's the coil and system in there. Let's see how we go. So basically there. Again, there's the wrapping. I'm not sure if I think that's yeah, it's not a filler. It's more of a just to keep it. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyway, there's the coils. Looks like. We have a look at one of the coils. This one has a shielding on it, and there's a shielding on it, and this one yeah, as you can see there, it's got resistant wire and non-resistant. So obviously you would need to have a joiner. I don't have any non-resistant wire, but anyway, this looks like it's got to be even 34 gauge, 33, 34 gauge. It seems even quite thin, so I'll just check. I'll just check and see what gauge I've got. So basically, what I've done is on a pin, just using 2mm silica. As you can see, the real one, I mean the original one that came with it, would only probably be about say 1mm. As you can see, it's probably the original is about 1mm in size, but they are using resistance and non-resistance wire. I'm just going to try this with resistance only because it's got non-resistant sheathing inside the actual cone, so I'm hoping that it's not going to short. So basically what I've done, I've used 2mm silica, 2mm silica with 7 wraps. They had 8 wraps, and they were probably using a 33 or a 34 gauge. So I'm just going to try this. I've just obviously done it on a pin, and done. I couldn't do it on camera. I'm filming on an iPad, so. Anyway, I'm going to pause this and try and cut this up in pieces, and try and fit it, and I'll just cut and splice. So, see you soon. Okay, basically what I've done, what I've done now is cut it so small. That one's going to pull, I think I'm going to pull this one down inside it, and we'll see how we go. It's a little bit bloody finicky, especially in these sort of angles. I'm going to force this one down, pulling the two ends till it's about halfway down like that, with the two cables coming out the end. Now that sheaf is, hopefully I'll push that down now with, I'll force that down back into the chamber. There we go, it's back in there. It's slipped around a bit, so we'll just even it so it's so those parts are actually still showing. They're a little bit high, but I can push down a bit. So that coil's down there now. See how this one is going this way and the coil's going perpendicular to it? So 90-degree angle. That's how it was originally. And let's see how we go with the second one. This one is going to be a little bit finicky to be on camera, I suppose. I'm just going to have to pull that off. I might stop recording now and just try and we'll see how we go. There's one in, and I'm going the wraps either side of that other coil. I don't know if that's going to create a problem. Well, it might do. That means that both have to. I've just got to pull that in the center a bit more. So it's right. So it's right in the center. And now this other coil. This is bloody finicky work though. Okay, so now we're pulling those through there. We'll just seat them in, then we'll find out what's going on. Okay, so now we've got this way, and if we set that in there, we're going to have to fix those up anyway. We're going to have to pull these in the center a bit, and that's going to be hard because there's not much bloody. I should have done basically a micro coil. I guess the main thing is that they're not touching, the coils are not touching each other. This, I suppose, would be the main issue. If you have a look at the underside, one coil's going that way, that's that one. One coil's going that way, so that's the other coil. So I think I Should have colour coordinated them, huh? Blue and green. That would be the easiest, smarter thing to do, I suppose. So let's just try and pull this around now. So that's... I'm going to stop filming for a second, see how we go. Okay, so basically what we've got is I've just marked the first coil down, the deeper the coil. I've just got the loop going on that to indicate that's the difference between the other bent over one. And I've bent obviously one from each coil over the center post, the negative post, or the coil body, and the other straight ones are coming up, and this is so that's the bottom coil as well, due to, I've just marked them, like I said, just to indicate the different coils. This is obviously a straight one, so that's the top coil. So I'm just going to push that down into place now, and again, it's a little bit finicky. Just again trying to remember that although there's some sheathing now, I might just move that around a bit. This probably is not going to last very long because I should have made the coils a little bit closer together and not been able to touch this side post, which I think it may do at some stage. Although there's that sheathing, it might touch. It's missing a bit there. Okay, so I've got the parts identified by the wires bending over and so forth, and now I'm just going to put that plastic separator over both wires. Feed it down and plug it, try and push it in. Push it in like so. Again, now I've got one negative wire coming over one side and one over the other, like so. Now I'm just going to put the pin back in, and just going to make sure that this is down properly. Okay, that's it, I suppose. And just going to pull them apart like that. This is one thing I've got to make sure that this doesn't push. It doesn't touch in there. Push that in like that. And now I've got that in there. Now I'll just clean it up. I'm just going to pause this, I don't have much. Okay, back, got it all cleaned up as best as possible. Well, we're going to put this cover back on. Obviously the sheath was still in there. Just going to put this back over the top here and push it together. Actually, I wonder if these wick holes have got to be some certain. I didn't actually have a look at that, so what I'll do is I'll just align them with the I'm just sorting that out. Anyway, we'll put the base back on, see how we go. I should do a bloody test to see if there's a resistance, so stand by, I just got to get my resistance checker. Okay, I've put it back on. Listen, the only resistance checker I have is a ZMax, so and obviously it can't check if it's low ohms because I should have made some more coils, but anyway, we'll see if it we'll connect it to this and see if we get any vapor coming out. It's on. See how we go. No, negative. Right, that one didn't work, so I'm doing another one with kind of a half semi-half micro coil type stuff. Anyway, I'll be back. Basically what I've done also is gotten the plastic, because it had a plastic cover on the originals. I've taken that actually off the original, but remembering that wire there is non-resistance. Because I don't have any non-resistance, I'm just trying it this way and just putting this sheath back over the new wire, the resistance wire, and see if that works. Anyway, come back. Got it going. I'm not sure about the bottom one was working before, but I'm just going to have another try and have a look and see. Anyway, so it's even with non-resistance wire, it is possible. It's not the easiest job. You'd really want to be bored, but anyway, it's possible. Thanks guys, see ya. Sorry I didn't check before. It was 1.4, 1.5. Guys, anyway, you know, listen. Yep, looks like it's working. We've got 1.4, 1.5 ohms and dual coil. Obviously that's a little bit different. Here we go. Plenty of smoke, plenty of volume, right? I mean vapor. Anyway, that's it. So it's done. It's doable. See you later.